Hello, white people. All right, so I've got some very important news for you. It looks like truck drivers are going to have something called Stop All Tires for 24 hours on Veterans Day, 11/11/20. Why is this significant? Well, America doesn't function without its truck drivers delivering stuff, and grocery stores only have 3 days of supplies. We have a just-in-time system, so there are no stockpiles of anything in a back room anymore. So if those trucks don't show up, we run out of important stuff, whether it be toilet paper or oil for our car. All of it's going to stop for at least a day. And maybe not. Some people will feel the burn of this. People who have been preparing for whatever, who've got a stockpile in their home, they're not going to feel this. But people who are irresponsible and wait till the last second to do everything, they're the ones that are going to feel the burn. Anyway, so our truck drivers have been, during this whole pandemic and hysteria, they are the ones, I think, besides our elderly, and that's a whole nother story, but besides our elderly and disabled, truck drivers have been absolutely kicked in the face. At the beginning of this pandemic, people freaked out and they shut down truck stops and restaurants, and when you're doing long haul, it's not like you can just, stick your bottom out the window and go potty. It's not like you can go without eating, and I'm sure these people have refrigerators or whatever, but why should they, they need to sleep and they need to eat and they need to use the toilet like regular people do. But, the folks who were in charge of the truck stops, they freaked out and go, oh, no, we don't want to die. Because, I don't know, humanity's been around for so many thousands of years, and all of a sudden now there's a new virus, or at least we're told there's a new virus because the TV said so, and people freak out. Anyway, I'll just try not to get too far down that stupidity. So truck drivers are mad that, and I don't blame them, that Biden-Harris has won. And Biden-Harris are pro-Green New Deal, which means they want to stop fracking. And with no fracking means no oil, no gasoline. And with no oil and no gasoline, that means there's no trucks, there's no deliveries, and people starve. Pretty much. You won't have toilet paper for your bathroom, you won't have food for your table, unless you figured out a way, or you live in a place. Most people don't. Most people don't live close enough to a farm or whatever, and even farms who take their animals to the slaughterhouse, gasoline, you need gasoline to drive your animals there, and you need gasoline to drive the packages of their frozen little, parts back. So basically, they're going to stop deliveries, except for medical supplies and things that truck drivers have deemed essential. And so anyway, this Stop All Tires for 24 hours on Veterans Day is in response to Biden getting elected. It is because Biden and Harris will go against America. But from what I understand, we have a Republican House and Senate. I'm not quite sure. And I'm not quite sure how much power the president will have and how much power he will have over our infrastructure and economy. Anyway, the truckers are hoping that all patriots will share this all over the country and support them.
We own a trucking company. I also dispatch and broker for a large brokerage company. We talk and handle with hundreds of drivers a week, and people are saying, well, what are you guys going to do if the drivers decide to quit moving? You don't need to support this. Really? We work all year, baby, to prepare for anything. You guys treated our drivers like complete shit. When the COVID hit and we were drive-through onlys, what about our drivers who weren't eating, who were waiting hours at a shipper to be told that they couldn't use the restroom? And now, pizza delivery guys were essential workers and drivers weren't. So when all your stuff is shut down and you can't go to Target because they didn't get a truck, you guys can kiss a driver's ass. I stand with our drivers, even if it means missing a paycheck. because they are the backbone of this country.
Remember back in April when truckers were the most important people in the world? Because we were bringing your toilet paper and your gas to heat your house. Everybody was howling at night for the first responders. Because we've been out here in the middle of this pandemic this whole time, bringing you shit. And how do you thank us? You close down the restaurants that we eat at. Okay, we can deal with it. Then you close down our rest stops. Now in Wyoming, they're talking about not even plowing the highways this winter because they can't afford it. And to top it all off, 70 million of you guys voted against the trucking industry, against first responders, against oil and gas. We ain't gonna forget this shit. You already have, but we won't. Fuck